Hello everyone, it's Ross Tilbrook, the Scottish tourist guide, and today I'm standing in front of the Usher Hall. This is Edinburgh's main concert hall. It was completed in 1914 and it has a capacity to seat around 2,000 people. Why am I here? Well, on the 25th of March 1972, exactly 50 years ago, it was chosen to be the venue for the Eurovision Song Contest. Now you're probably thinking, usually the country that wins the previous year hosts, and anyone who has a knowledge of Eurovision will know that the UK did not win in 1971. That honour went to Monaco, but unfortunately they didn't have a suitable venue. So the BBC stepped in to save the day, and Edinburgh was chosen as the city to host, with the Usher Hall as the location. The UK entrants that year were a band called the New Seekers. They were riding a wave of popularity, having just had a huge #1 hit with the song I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. The Eurovision entry was to be Beg, Steal or Borrow, which had been chosen by viewers of the Cliff Richard TV show. Out of 6 songs, they had to write in with postcards stating which was their favourite, and that was the song that got the most votes. They arrived from London at Waverley Station, Edinburgh, to be met by cheering crowds, and they were by far and away the favourites to win the competition that year. The host was the Scottish ballerina and actress Moira Shearer. Now, she'd grown to fame having starred in the movie The Red Shoes, based on a short story by Hans Christian Andersen. The interval act that year too was very Scottish. It was the massed pipes and drums of the regiments of Scotland performing on the esplanade of Edinburgh Castle. But it wasn't quite what it seemed. It was actually stock footage from the military tattoo and had been filmed 4 years earlier in 1968. Now, at that time in the Eurovision Song Contest, jurors had to be present from each country. One under the age of 25, the other over the age of 25. There wasn't enough space to keep the juries from the 18 participating countries in the Usher Hall, so they were locked in the Great Hall of Edinburgh Castle, where they watched the broadcast and then voted. Back then, they gave 1 point to their least favourite songs and 5 points to their most favourite songs, meaning that nobody ended up with the dreaded nul point. At the end of the day, however, the New Seekers were in for a big surprise. They didn't win. They came second. The United Kingdom has the unenviable record of being second in the Eurovision Song Contest more times than anybody else. They've finished second 15 times. The honour of winning went to Luxembourg's Vicky Leandros, singing the song Après Toi, which was translated into English as Come What May, and went on to be a huge worldwide hit, selling 6 million copies. It reached #2 in the UK charts, as did the New Seekers' Beg, Steal or Borrow. Now, Scotland has been represented at Eurovision as part of the United Kingdom in a number of ways over the years. The first Scottish singer to represent the UK was a man called Kenneth McKellar. That was back in 1966. He wore his kilt and sang a song, A Man Without Love. And he really was a man without love, because he came 9th out of 18th. That was the UK's lowest position to that date. A year later though, in 1967, Sandie Shaw took the title. She won for the UK with the song Puppet on a String, which had been co-written by the Scot Bill Martin from Govan. He tried to repeat the success the following year by co-writing Congratulations for Cliff Richard. Now, a lot of people think Congratulations actually won Eurovision. Well, it didn't. It came second. Yep, you guessed it. The first Scottish-born winner of Eurovision was Lulu from Glasgow. She won, along with 3 other countries, in Madrid in 1969 with the song Boom Bang a Bang, the 3 other countries being the Netherlands, France and host nation Spain. The next Scottish participant wasn't until 1987, and that was a singer called Ricky Peebles, finishing 13th, again the UK's worst position to date. But a year later, Scott Fitzgerald, another Glaswegian, he sang the song Go. And leading up to the final votes being cast, he was 15 points ahead. Of course he was going to win, but then he was pipped at the post when the final 2 juries decided to go for the song from Switzerland. Switzerland represented by an unknown French-Canadian singer called Celine Dion. I wonder what happened to her. And yes, you guessed it, the UK finished second again. In recent years, Edinburgh's connection with Eurovision has been shown in a movie called the Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga. It's a Netflix film which was released in 2022. Edinburgh is the host city. The venue for the contest is the Hydro, which is actually in Glasgow. So using some computer generated imagery, it was dropped in to fit nicely on the Edinburgh skyline. Other parts of the city can easily be seen in the movie: Princess Street Gardens, Victoria Street, Calton Hill. But because it's about the Icelandic entrance, Fire Saga, played by Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams, well, Icelanders are a bit like Scots. They believe in the little people, not fairies. They believe in elves, and the elves are located in Holyrood Park. So maybe I should make a wander down there today and ask for some luck for the UK entrant this year. If you like Eurovision, tune in on the 14th of May. I actually think we do have a good chance. Maybe we'll finish second yet again. The UK song is Spaceman and the singer is Sam Ryder. This is Ross Tilbrook, the Scottish Tourist Guide. I hope you've enjoyed this little story, and I'll be talking to you and telling you more about Scotland in the future.